Hi everyone! How are y'all doing today? I will say that I am doing pretty okay. I can't really complain about much. The, the world's burning down around us, but, we just sort of go with the flow and live life as happy as it's, you know, we take the little things. Anyway, speaking of life, today's stream is going to be a little different, maybe a lot different, depending on what you're used to. Um, you guys have seen those draw your life videos where people will take the time to draw out their life and tell you their life story in sort of like an artistic format. Well, fun fact, I am not good at art. uh, and I've wanted to give an explanation on why I became a streamer for a long time now, because I'm gonna be honest, I don't think I'm very good at it. But that does not stop me from giving it my all, and here's why. So, everyone, everyone, and I mean everyone, at this point should know that that my family is very well off. I have a mother that supports me, and I'm not going to get into the rest of my family because she's the only one that appeared on stream with me. So, but I come from a well-off family, and my mom has always told me to basically, let's go with the meme, don't let your dreams be dreams. Basically, life is too short to do something you hate for your entire life. So when I grew up, I grew up with a mom who, I'm going to be honest, wasn't there all the time. She was off filming stuff, making commercials, making movies. Family life. Or, famous family life. My dad was usually enthralled in his own music and other things. And I always wondered why they did all this, and it's because, well, they like doing it. You know? Thank you so much for the bits, Soul. Those are still going to charity, and thank you so much for the watch streak, Amber. Anyway. But yeah, my life started out rough due to the fact that I am very, very autistic. I couldn't read until I was 10, and I still can hardly write. But I didn't let that get in the way. There were plenty of things I tried to be, and I tested out a lot of things as I grew up. I want to be an artist. Man, I ended up dropping out of art school. I wanted to be a private investigator. Fuck criminal justice and that corrupt ass system. There is so much to this life that I've gotten to experience. And the one thing that always puts a smile on my face has been video games. And yeah, I wanted to become a game designer. In fact, I would argue I'm a pretty damn good one. The only issue is I'm not a programmer. I'm not an artist. I can't come up with concepts for people because my art looks like shit. Kind of funny though. But I can write stories, and my stories are pretty damn good, but that's neither here nor there. What I wanted to talk about is, as I grew up, video games were my life, are my life. And it's true. The first my first real job, one that I got paid for, that actually counted the hours I worked. I worked as a t-shirt salesman at Riot Games because they told me I could intern for the summer, and they just put me on t-shirt duty. And I felt a little betrayed by that for obvious reasons. But that was when I was 17. I'm getting ahead of myself. Because I want to tell you that throughout my childhood, throughout my entire life, I have been inspired by films and video games. Those are the two things I know better than, well, your average Joe. And I still do, to this day. I grew up watching Laurel and Hardy, Abbott and Costello, the Marx Brothers, who's on first, what's on second, I don't know, it's on third. You know, the whole... Because I bring up this stuff because I talk a lot about it on my streams, where I'm like, oh yeah, it's a who's on first reference, it's a reference to that thing. It is media reference number... you name it. And it always comes down to, like, what... It always came down to what made me smile. Because there's nothing in... Like, I'm going to be honest. If I could do it all again, I would probably become a... I don't know... maybe a physicist? I don't know. Or maybe I'd study the planets or something, because I do love the stars. Stars are always my thing. I practice more in Invincible and landed a 31 hit combo. Nice one, Samara. But yeah. Like space has always interested me, and I love space. I always have. Always will. I will always tell you that I am more of a sci-fi girl than I am a fantasy girl, despite me being a fucking goblin. I guess these wings are to bring me closer to the stars. But anyway, I like finding out what else is out there. This isn't me saying I'm quitting streaming. Don't get anything wrong. This is me just explaining my life. But since studying the planets requires so much math, and math has always been one of my struggle points in school. I don't know. I felt like there was nothing else I could do, so I tried to go into video editing. That worked. I became a video editor for a very, well, a prevalent YouTuber at the time. But I'm not going to get into that here. There are thousands of videos on him. Go search up The Completionist. He's a good guy, but shit happened, and, well, anyway, I'm not getting into that right now. I was picked up as an editor right out of school, or right before I got out of school, so technically I never graduated, but point is, I was a video editor forever, and there was not much I can do with it outside of, you know, anywho, enough dwelling. My point is, I became a streamer to share what gave me joy with the rest of the world. But I have a hard time doing that because these streams aren't big. They're not glamorous. They're not... I'm going to be honest, I don't find myself that entertaining. But I bring to you what made me happy in my childhood because it still makes me happy today. I want you guys to watch because I want to bring a smile to your face. And but anyway. I realized I liked video games from the age of 3 to 4 years old. I was playing Star Fox 64. One of my favorite games. And I still plan to play that on stream, just I need my tech person back for that. And the honest truth is, it was a hard thing to do. Because being autistic meant I learned things differently. I didn't learn through trial and error. And I didn't even learn through doing it. I fucking lost more times on that goddamn asteroid field because I didn't understand what I was supposed to do. But now that I understand video games, I have become one of the best. Well, no, I'm not going to say I'm the best, but I am really good at learning video games. I am. You give me a game, I can pick it up and play it or I can play it pretty damn well in just an hour or so. Like, I will learn tricks, I will learn everything from here to there. Point is that this is why I play so many different games on my stream. Because it's what I've always done. It's what I always have fun doing. And because I play so many games, I hope I introduce all of you to more games, more new games, games that you could have fun with. And I hope that you do have fun. You know, things that you never thought you'd see, things that you might be interested in, things, you know. It's why I played Twisted Metal Black all the way through, with every single character. Because I'm just like, fuck it, I love this game. I want you guys to learn the stories of these characters as well. Because it is that much of a fun game. At least, that was my opinion on it. I'm not sure how well it did. And we had tons of fun, that's for sure. And I want to keep bringing fun to people. That's the entire point of my streams. Listen. This isn't the first stream I've worked on. Like I said, I worked for The Completionist as a video editor for a while. And I've also run some of his streams. But I did work on a stream back in the day called Elite Lounge Live. Where, if you guys don't know, this was back in the olden days of Twitch, right after it became Twitch. And effectively, it was a company that was the first 24/7 Twitch stream. And one of the coolest things among it, for it, however you want to say it, was that you could call in through Skype. You could call in through Skype and talk to whoever's streaming games. And it was on 24/7, so we were always playing arcade games, we were playing fighting games, we would host tournaments. We used to do all this cool shit. And it was my first job. The first task on my first job, my first full-time job, I should say. Oof. Yeah. Right? Skype was interesting, but we had a fully integrated Skype system into our streams, and we could always talk with the people on Skype because they were right there. They were on a monitor to our right whenever we were looking at the main camera. And it was such a cool experience. And honestly, I still wish we could go back to those days. Because, I'm going to be honest, I miss it. Back then, streaming was simpler. You were decent at a game, you got viewership. We were some of the best H1Z1 players on Twitch at the time. Back before PUBG. Back before Fortnite. I was one of the probably top 100 Battle Royale players. Me, my buddy Neo, and our entire crew would kill Dr. Disrespect on a regular basis. And the only reason that shit's still not going on today is because our boss was a dumbass and accidentally, well, how do you roll Isaiah? Or the world is ash. Oh, I got it. Hey, thanks for the hydrate. I appreciate it. But yeah. So, I stream completely for charity these days. And the reason I do that is because my last job kind of fell apart because of charities. And I want to prove to the world that I want to do right. I have been complimented by the company that I Stream for a Cause, SFAC. FYI, for those who do not know me, since I see a few new faces in here, I am Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch, and I stream completely for charity. All my bits, subs, and donations go straight to Stream for a Cause, which is an organization that gives to grassroots charities and helps others. Oh, I'm getting over con flu. Yeah, I'm not... The coughing is a lingering effect from me having con flu. But I still... You know. I'm trying. So, yeah. Back in the days of H1Z1, I worked for a company called Elite Lounge Live, and I want to bring that energy plus the good I thought we were doing to streaming. And on top of that, because my parents are so famous, I want to connect people online with actual celebrities. So I want to become an online celebrity because I want to connect the world with offline celebrities. My mom's fucking Jamie Lee Curtis. We've had her on stream so many times. We interviewed Weird Al. I don't know how else to grow at this point because nobody watched those streams. We had everything planned out. We have big events here on my channel. And yeah, I plan to keep getting bigger. I plan to keep doing stuff. And I want... How's it going, Ben? You're not a nobody. Your mom's the Scream Queen. No. It's true. It is absolutely true, Colton. It is absolutely true. She is on my charity event streams, and I think we're going to have one later this year. Maybe next month. Could be wrong. Can't confirm. Thank you. And yeah, we've had Weird Al, and we've had so many people on these streams. We've had Sam Half. I've wanted to get the people from Hasbin Hotel to come in and fucking hang out with us. We've had the people from the Dead Meat podcast, or not Dead Meat. No. James A. Janice, the dude from the Kill Count. We had him on, and we had him interview my mom live. That was the most viewers I had ever had. And it came from his stream. That is Dead Meat. Okay, good. Pretty good. I'm so funky brained right now. But I had a good day. Alright, thank you. But yeah. And I've reached... The issue is, most people do not believe me when I tell them, well, I'm fucking Jamie Lee Curtis's daughter. And I'm a goblin online. How does that make sense? Well, okay. So there's a whole thing about this. You can do it as a streamer. Just keep it up and keep up your confidence. Oh, trust me. I am aware. I've been at this for 3 years, and it's still one hell of a ride. Anyway, more to my point. I am looking to help people, and I am confident, but my issue is that because I focus on games too much, I always have a hard time talking. Always. And it's been this way. And on top of that, I'm a VTuber. The reason I'm a VTuber is not because I want to hide my identity. I don't. I'm fucking Ruby the Charity Goblin, for gosh sake. My name is literally Ruby. You can go look that up. It's because I'm camera shy. I am afraid of seeing myself on camera. I hate photos. I hate being video recorded. I hate it all. Why can't orphans play baseball? What do you mean orphans can't play baseball? They don't have a home plate. God damn. That's clever. That is clever. It's almost good as the cryptocurrency bit we had during Destroy All Humans. But you're awesome. You got your mom into One Piece, you rock, girl. I do. I do rock. That's not the point I'm trying to make. I'm just giving you guys a rundown of why I am the way I am. I love gaming. I'm a fighting game player, like, more so than I am anything else at the moment. And I've always been a fighting game player. The only reason I don't stream fighting games is that's a self-esteem issue that I'm not kidding about, and because I get frustrated. You're my guru. But it's not that I don't know how to stream. I do know how to stream. It's just hard for me to multitask because I get hyper-focused on one thing. And I don't know how to talk about anything that's not that one thing that I am, while I am focusing on that one thing. So, I thought I would do that. You're a gamer like Iwata was? Heart of a gamer? You have no idea. And yeah, I've been going to in-person events and stuff like that, representing Stream for a Cause, and it's gotten me out of my shell a bit, but cameras still bother me. And so that's why I keep this. It's not because I want to hide who I am. And that's not why there aren't many, well, it's why there aren't many pictures of me on the internet. Because I don't like the internet. Well, I don't like the internet having pictures of me. I don't like anyone having pictures of me. Fun fact, when I came out as trans, my mom burned all my baby pictures. And again, it's not an identity thing. Like, Ruby Nambi is the character. Ruby Greymane is who I am as a person. But the character I play on stream is Ruby Nambi, who is basically more or less a self-insert of myself, to an extent. Not fully. I have my own self-insert character. I even have my own persona. Here. Just so you guys can see. This is Adrian the Bat. He's my little femboy persona. People love Adrian. Anyway. You guys can actually redeem all that on... What the heck is the new... Oh. I don't have that redeem set up. Fuck. I am so sorry. I don't have that redeem set up tonight, Samara. Oh, I need to refund your points. But yeah, on top of that, most of my creativity comes from inspiration through D&D. So uh and it's true. Like I've I've written a story. Hopefully I can talk about that more soon. I've written a story and it is based off of one of my D&D characters because I love the story I wrote for them so much. Eventually I'll get to talk about that on stream and we'll have plenty of streams discussing it. But right now, sorry, that stays a secret. Those who know, know, and those who don't, don't. I realize that as a streamer, I need to do more than just stream games. I do. And I want to start talking to you all more. I want to get your input. Again, I don't have those up tonight. I am so sorry, Soul. I appreciate you. But we don't have those set up tonight. We got them working again. We don't have them set up. Because I'm using a scene I don't usually use. Anyway. But yeah, like, gaming has been such a big influence on my life that I don't think I can live without gaming. Call me an addict, call me whatever the fuck you want. This is what I do all day, every day. I sit around and play games. And the only reason I don't stream 24/7 is because first of all, I don't live alone. I live with my beautiful wife, Cynthia. And we have a girlfriend, well, partner, I should say, by the name of Dr. Blank, who you can see in chat once in a while. And so I respect the time that she spends at home, and I try to spend some with her, and, you know, I'm trying to improve myself as much as possible, including being a better streamer. There's so many games that I start and then fail to finish because something goes wrong, and I really hate that. Because Soul knows, and I love Soul. But my Mass Effect streams have stopped, like, working due to the fact that, for some reason, Mass Effect doesn't want to play the sound through my OBS. At least the voices. They don't play the voices. They will play the sound effects of the gun shooting and all that shit, but I can't get the voices to play through my OBS. Which sucks. It really sucks. Anyway. There's so many games to play that I just move on. Like, I'm next week, because I'm less stun locked. For lack of a better term, the reason I say stun locked is because my manager, who helps me with my schedules, was out and has been out this week because of because they were on they were on vacation. I'm going to be honest. They were on vacation and they were taking a trip. And so my manager, who helps with my schedule, was just like I was just coming back from being sick. I was just coming back from being sick. And I was supposed to make my own schedule, and I'm just like, what do I do now? Gaming, in my opinion, is a way to take us out the reality of the world that immersive and, in my opinion, makes our minds young, because you're always problem solving. And it releases a good amount of dopamine. Yeah, no, I agree with that. I agree with that. And yeah, so my manager was out, and I'm just like, dude, I don't know what I'm going to fucking stream because I just got off of being sick for 2 weeks. Now I gotta pick something. So I just started playing the games that I was playing off stream on stream, which was Deadlock, which is tons of fun, by the way. Really difficult. Been getting used to it. Still need a lot of practice. And Slay the Spire 2 with my friend Leo and their girlfriend Kaylin. I don't think I could ask for better friends than Kaylin, Amber, Leo, Soul. There's so many people who are just so influential in my life. And they don't even realize it. They don't realize I wake up every day thinking how lucky I am to have them in my life. I'm a dick. I am. I'm going to be honest. Because of my autism, I have a bad habit of correcting people in ways that aren't helpful. I say things in ways that aren't helpful that just lead to more turmoil and more arguing and more... yeah. But I try to be better, and honestly, I need to reach out more. I as a streamer, it is my job to keep in contact with everyone, and I just haven't been able to. It's very hard for me, just because I feel so overwhelmed in my life with how shitty the world is right now. Some days I don't even think I deserve to be happy. That's the honest truth. But I push through. And I want to be better. I want to be a better friend to everyone. I want to stream more. I want you guys to see my streams. I want to be as much of a streamer as I can alongside all the other projects I'm doing. Which I will admit have taken up a lot of my energy. So, fun fact, if you didn't know, I am working to become a voice actor. It is taking time. I am working with a teacher. I'll put it this way, Colton. This is my buddy Soul. So he knows damn well that I'm talking good about him. And my buddies Amber and Leo, I believe are in here. Kaylin is probably not, but I appreciate them too. I'll let them know that later. There's Amber. By the way, she's having a re-debut in a few weeks. A few weeks? A few weeks. Oh, I was noticing that you got a good foundation for voice acting. Yeah, so I am practicing voice acting. It's just that I'm going to be honest, my Wednesday streams are going to have to be delayed a little just to make sure I can get to my voice acting classes and get back. Push back to June? Alright, I see. Oh, would you look at that? Thank you for the hype train. Let's get hype! Hype train hypes it up. Keep the train rolling. You know what? How's this, Soul? If you're free after this stream, me and you set up an emulator tonight, and I start a randomizer tomorrow. You good with that? Thank you for the 5 bits. I appreciate it. I'm not going to do a Nuzlocke just because I don't have the willpower to do it. Thank you so much for gifting a sub, Amber. Yeah. Super Saiyan Ruby. Thanks Soul Sith for that. I go Super Saiyan when I get hype. Anyway. But yeah, there's an entire, like, I love Pokemon. I do. Where's Ultra Instinct? Maybe next time. Mel, thank you so much. I appreciate you so much. Gifting to Ben, Leoboss, Bubba Lubba, Colton, and Noxie. Hell yeah. And I do everything in my power to be a nuisance in video games. When I play online, I play to be the most annoying piece of shit imaginable. I play zoners, I play Caitlyn 2XKO. Would you guys actually like to see me play 2XKO on stream? Because that is a game I will play ranked, since I actually know how to play that game. Yeah, you'd like to see some 2XKO. Well, we'll get there then. If you're comfy and enjoy it, I understand it would be my phrasing. Fighting games are hard because if you're not good at a fighting game, nobody wants to watch you get your ass kicked for 3 hours. You know what I mean? But if you're good at fighting games and you could win more often than you lose, then that's more of an entertaining stream. I would love, like, there's so many games I want to play for y'all. It's hard for me to explain how many games I want to play for y'all, because there isn't a game I have not thought about streaming. Like, hold on, I'm just going to pull up my fucking Steam library. Deadlock is something that I want to stream more of. I want to stream Marvel vs. Capcom. I want to get back to the Freddy Fish games. I want to get Taiga back on for the Freddy Fish games. Because those games are so much fun. They're, you know, they're kids games, and, you know, Garten of Bonbon? Or Banban? Garten of... The hell is this? It's a horror game? I'm not big into horror, which is surprising since I'm the Scream Queen's daughter, but, you know. It's a terrible game series. I'll try to make it one. I appreciate it. But yeah, all of the all of the subs, donations, bits, all of it goes to Stream for a Cause. Stream for a Cause has been basically a major boost for me, because they're like, we see your potential, we see your talent, we want to help you. And they've done nothing but. Anyway. So, fun fact. I started streaming for myself because I met a few people online by the names of Atsumori Kofuhara and Gob the Cookie Goblin. Gob is currently on hiatus. Atsu is currently streaming. Now, me and Atsu don't talk much anymore. He's a good guy, but just, again, another person I need to reach out to. These two inspired me. I was a bit shy to show up to a stream cause I'm a fan of your mom's movies and didn't want to push and make it about her. I think you're pretty cool on your own. Thank you. I try to be a legit person, because you didn't hear this from me, and I definitely don't want this to get out there. But my mom doesn't realize how dire the situation is for trans people right now, or, you know, most minority people in the US. And I want to prove to the world that I'm not just one of those you know, drop $1,000,000 on a new Ferrari and then make a video about that. Boy, do I know some of those people. But point is, I want to show that I am a legit person who just enjoys what they enjoy. Hell yeah! Trans rights are human rights. But yeah, I know comedy skills. I know I have the ability to voice act, but while I am gaming, because I am focused on the gaming, it takes me out of it, and I can't really voice act to the best of my ability, which is why I don't even try to put on a voice for Ruby. Because, fun fact, when I played Ruby, Ruby was just my voice. When I played Ruby in D&D, Ruby was just my voice. And it was nice, but, you know. And back then, I didn't know I wanted to be... Well, okay. So, the whole voice acting thing, the reason I want to do it, it's not because it's easy. It's because that is specifically what it is not. And it is to get my name out there so people understand that I exist. And not just for my mom. Because, Colton, I'm just going to use you as an example just because you mentioned that you're a huge fan of my mom. And you didn't want to come in making it about my mom. I understand that. And I'm afraid that's what everyone is afraid of. Because they don't know anything about me. They wouldn't know what to talk about with me. They wouldn't know what to say. And I assume that's why I have so many lurkers. And the truth is that that's how people have seen me most of my life. And I'm trying to make a change in this world. I want to leave a mark where people are like, yeah, they were a cool person. You know. Just in case. Not gonna lie, I forget that your mom is famous sometimes. That's the funny thing. A lot of people do. A lot of people forget that my mom is famous. That's because people that not famous don't know how to approach celebrities. And even if they just act it, even if they're just actors and human. Yeah, I mean, everyone's human, right? More or less. I mean, other can exist, but we're all human, more or less. In one form or another. I remember when you said it, I was like, yeah. And then the next day I was like, well, shoot, she is. Yeah. The truth is that people who meet me through other means that aren't my mother end up sticking around. Those who just know me because of my mother never interact with me, are so much less likely to interact with me. I genuinely forget sometimes. I just think of your mom as well. Your mom. Well, try and watch Halloween with me. I need to do more movie nights, and I don't know what movie to start with. I want to do a monthly movie night in my Discord because, fun fact, I have a Discord. Go join it. Hold on, I think it's socials. Yeah, go join my Discord. And follow me on all those socials. There's nothing I like more than going in depth about something. Like, I could talk for hours about the lore of Twisted Metal and how I think it's actually one timeline, even though the characters change so much. I know. Since then, since I came up with that theory, the games have been proven to be two different timelines, but that's not relevant. It just isn't. I followed you on Twitter, and someone impersonated your mother followed me in my Twitter DMs, and that was scary. So I got a funny story about that. How about we go into that? That is hilarious because, fun fact, that same person messaged me, and I'm like, and they're like, I know you can't believe this. I am Jamie Lee Curtis, and I know this is a dream come true for you, or whatever the fucking scammer says. And I'm just like, oh, hey, Mom, how you doing? Why aren't you texting me on my phone? It was the funniest shit. Don't fall for those people. My mom does not message people. She will phone call you before she will message you on any app. I hope you get that. And yeah. The world... I want to put it basically. The world is so bad, and I'm trying to counteract the bad with good. I support everyone. I'll allow it. Lucky for me, the DMs on Twitter are locked by Elon bitch not getting my money. So, here's what I'm going to say. The state of the world is shit. We are headed into a dystopian future. Well, we're already in a dystopian future. We're heading in deeper into a dystopian future where art is no longer made, it is generated. Where humans can no longer compete against AI, no matter how good they get. But I believe that human ingenuity will bypass any AI eventually. We will discover ways to be better than the artificial intelligence in every way. Now, that may lead to the Matrix, but the Matrix is better than nuking each other into oblivion. Which is also more than likely. Listen. If I was allowed to move to Canada, I would. They have no human emotion or morals. Yeah, like... I'm going to be honest. I have a friend who has a past that resonates a little too well with the stuff that came out in the Epstein documents. And I didn't believe them at first. And then the Epstein documents, kind of came out. And I legit had to go to them and apologize for not fully believing them, even though they didn't know I didn't believe them. And I'm just like, oh, the AI everyone talks about will never be better than people. Yeah. Yeah. And, it's a fuck situation, but I hate that the conspiracy theorists were proved right, because now I feel like I should be a conspiracy theorist. Like, they were 100% right. An evil cabal of pedophile white men rule the world. You told me that 10 years ago, I wouldn't believe you. I would laugh at your face and you're like, what the fuck? But today, dystopian future, that has become a reality. The only AI I want to hear about is Edie. You want to hear about the sex bot from Mass Effect? You don't want to hear about Cortana. You want to hear about the sex bot from Mass Effect. I love you, Soul. Let's see. But yeah, so my gaming experience has throughout the years has gone from like Star Fox 64 all the way to present day, where now I'm just playing whatever I can get my hands on. Yeah, it seems impossible, but when you see the hyper rich can be sick fucks. Sorry for my language. Nah, you're good. Would you believe that I was bullied for growing up well off? I was bullied for it. Legitimately. And it's why I'm such a shy person these days. I'm quiet, I'm shy, I don't talk much. I tried to tell it how it is, but that's it. That's sad. I should not have been. Yeah, no, I agree. But then again, I'm not really for bullying in general. I'm trying to think how to word this. But yeah. Being bullied in school kind of drove me to love video games. Well, nah, I loved video games even before I was bullied in school. But yeah, I used to say, I wish I wasn't born rich. But then I realize nowadays, if I said that, that wouldn't make sense. Because, well, I'm going to be honest, the world is shit and no one can afford anything here in the U.S. So if I grew up here in the U.S., fuck if I could afford anything. I was autistic. When you're playing Sonic 06? Never, never in a million years. Your bullies suck. That's just a statement, and me and my hydrate. Thank you, Hex. We were just talking about Gob earlier. How you doing, Hex? Nice to see you. Thank you for tuning in. God, I lost my train of thought. Anyway. But yeah, the many things that inspired me is to just be who I am, is the fact that I want to be... Ideal isn't the right term, but I want to be a positive influence on as many people as I can. My gob? Yeah, your gob. Or do you mean my gob? Anyway. Listen. I want to play so many old games on stream, but I just don't really know how. Or at least, I don't know what people want to see. People don't want to see old... Like, here's the thing. I grew up in the 2000s. I want to play GameCube games. I don't think anyone's going to watch GameCube games. Daughter. Thank you. And dude, jump in the Discord. If you want to get to know me, I'm probably going to be in there tonight playing Invincible Versus. You're all good. Accidents happen. I mistype too. I've done it more than a few times, especially... Nah, you're good. It's all good. Nothing but love. listen, people can misgender me all they want. I'm going to be honest. People are dicks, and so I understand that people are going to misgender me, and sometimes on accident, sometimes on purpose. The people who do it on purpose are the ones that I fucking hate. Those who do it on accident is a different story entirely. Or those who didn't know. Like, I had a friend by the name of Rob who had no idea I transitioned, so he called me my dead name like a year into my transition, and I'm just like, oh, I go by Ruby now. And he's like, oh yeah, cool. It is awesome. Yeah, no, I get you. I get you. I just want to see people happy. And if I can take people's minds off of real life for a few hours because of how bad it is, then you're damn right I'm going to be doing that for my fucking job. And if I could do my favorite thing while taking people's minds off of hell for a couple hours, wow. Damn me and Ruby have the same cough, I hear. Yeah. I've been sick ever since I got back from PAX. It's annoying. But the cough is going away, slowly. It's probably all post-nasal drip at this point. Not relevant. But yeah, so if you think... You know what? Fuck it. Since you guys are here, what Pokemon game should I play? What Pokemon game should I play on stream? Because I know there are a few randomizers, but Soul can also get me set up with Infinite Fusion, which I know people are into. I could do Emerald. I'm good at Emerald. I know my way through Emerald. I would also not mind the Black and White games, because I know Black and White also has a randomizer. Dude, I'm going to stream Waves and Winds once it comes out. It actually looks good. At least I'm enjoying it. Or enjoying the sneak previews. You love Infinite Fusion? Maybe I'll do Infinite Fusion tomorrow. If you want to help me get that set up tonight after stream, Soul, that'd be perfect. Soul Silver is my heart. I have just had the worst idea of all time. Tell it to me, Caboose! Sorry. Red versus blue reference. Fun fact, I am part of that generation. I grew up with watching Rooster Teeth, Arby and the Chief, anything Halo. One Woman Archipelago? What does that mean? I want to say black or white. Alright. Sorry, that's what I mean when I say I get stun locked. Fucking One Woman Archipelago. What does that mean, Ben? Anyway. I thought of something funny I could do. I could play, like, Pokemon Coliseum and Pokemon DX, the two hardest Pokemon games in existence. Ben, are you free after stream? Are you going to be free in 2 hours? Or maybe an hour? Because if you can get me set up on that, I will 100% do a Pokemon Archipelago. Anyway. So yeah. My life has been kind of insane. And if it wasn't for my wife, I don't think I would have, actually had the balls to transition. Ironically. Pokemon Infinite Fusion is fun. Yeah. So I hear. Anyway. Fun fact, I actually made a list of my favorite all my favorite Pokemon while I was sick. Let me go find it. Because I actually had some really cool shit on there. Never mind. I thought I put... Yeah, there it is. Let's see. Actually, I'll just save this image and then put it up on stream. Just so you guys can take a look. Because, fun fact, I've been a Pokemon fan forever, so I have a, well, unique taste in Pokemon. Wow, that's huge. Yep. There we go. These are type versus generation. Is there a better way to do this? There we go. Yeah. Now, there's no good way to actually place this. I would need to shrink it more, but then it's unreadable. Well. Ruby, not trying to suck up, but really I want you to know you exist, you're human. People treating you the way they did. There's more to humanity than the world is making it out for. I know life in the U.S. does not see you and others, but we see you. There's hope. Look at the No Kings protest. There's people willing to fight for a brighter future. Sorry for the... There's no politics there. You're not wrong. The world is shit, and I'm not trying to be doomer about it. But the truth is, we do live in a dystopia. You look around, it's... Well, okay. You look around in the U.S., it's pretty bad. And the fact that, like... There's still so much division in countries about the dumbest shit in existence. Like, U.S. is bullying Canada, nice old Canadian. Yeah, like I want these people out of power as much as the next guy, but I don't want the next guy to be just as bad or worse, and that's like the real conundrum, right? Dystopia core. Live for it. Like, I believe there there is a chance for the world to turn around after this administration gets kicked out. As long as we are ready to hold them accountable and just push through everything we need to. I believe in the good of humanity. But I also believe that greed is basically a cancer. So, and all humans fall to greed eventually, unfortunately. It only has Pokemon Emerald, Red, and Red and Blue for the archipelago. Also, Canada is having some struggles with separatists that are practically worships that fuzzy Cheeto. Listen, I'm not going to get into that, but listen. I don't hate people because of their beliefs. I hate them because of their actions. Well, people who support an idiot are idiots themselves. They aren't to be villainized, and they're not to be demonized, because that just shows that we need better education. We need to stop spending so much money on fucking bombs and shit and start spending on education here in the US, or just to get more people educated in general. I didn't want to turn this into a political belief stream, but looks like that's what we're doing. I'm of the belief that this world can be better. And I want it to be better. I want to show the world that I want the world to be like how we see it in sci-fi, where it's literally just people. Like, we have Starfleet, where it's like most of the world is joined together to represent the best of us. Like, that is the honest thing. I want the world to come together so we can explore the rest of the universe, not like hide from it. Not Starship Troopers. Well, no. I'm going to say it. Even Starship Troopers, to an extent, not full on, but to an extent, is kind of what I'm looking for. But that extent stops when it forces when it becomes indoctrination. It completely stops right then and there. But the fact that the entire world goes to war against bugs who are a billion miles away, I feel like our common goal should be the same around the world, and that's to make everyone have a happy life. Full stop. Honestly, higher investment in education and mental health, scientists being allowed to advance science, would have actually solved most problems of the world. I agree, but the scientist part, there's ethical dilemmas there. You want to talk about ethics, because ethics is kind of like something I know a good amount about. I'll be right back. Someone just rang my doorbell. BRB. Whoa, wrong screen. Alrighty, I'm back. Hi everyone. Ooh, Lume. Okay, I can tell one girl is a beholder, one is Ruby. The other, Celine is a Death Knight. In fact, Blink is a Gazer, and I am a Gobbo. Anyway, sorry about that. Door-to-door salesman who wouldn't leave until I came to the front. Kind of irritating, but, you know, that's life. But yeah, I'm still locked in. Alright. I want this world to be a better place. Did I buy a vacuum? No, I didn't buy any books. It was a literature drive, and the dude wanted me to buy books from him. Accepting the world is without hope is given into despair. I'm not given into despair. I don't believe there isn't hope. I just am afraid that greed is more powerful. And greed is what rules everything. Whether it's greed over, well, people, things, whatever it is, I truly believe that I just wish the world didn't hate each other. It doesn't physically make sense that the world hates each other, and not going to name any names, but there have been plenty of people that have caused division, and I feel like the world could just not be divided. You don't have to divide it. If you want leadership, sure, okay. Pick one person from each country. A lot of countries I know, and a lot of countries hate each other. I get that, but we're talking about a utopian society. Pick one person or a few people to represent each place on the globe, and just fucking talk to them. Oh, you need more of this? Okay, they can supply you with that. Okay, you need your people, you're enslaving people? Don't do that, and we will cover the cost to start paying them until the world starts treating them correctly. So on and so forth. All of this can be handled if we just work together. It's idiotic. It's idiotic that people fight for such stupid reasons. Utopian societies never work. Because there's no such thing as perfect. Everyone's vision of perfect is different, and that's what makes it annoying. Because theoretically, even if you're divided amongst certain things, you should be able to work together in some way. The world is going to be stupid. God. Slavery is actively a detriment to the economy. That alone should throw it out the window without morality involved. Like, there's so much of that in the world, right? Like, slavery is money wasting. Keeping people homeless is money wasting. Keeping people in poverty is money wasting. 9-hour work days are fucking ridiculous, and it doesn't even make sense logically. Our cities don't make sense. None of the US actually makes sense if you want to have a functioning society. Because when you're the richest country in the world and you have a homeless problem, you got bigger issues than policing someone halfway across the country or halfway across the world. People are idiots. People are greedy, greedy idiots. You want to save a penny? Then actually make people happy. People are having drug issues. Find out what is causing them, and then also keep those people safe. Treat them like they're sick, because they are. Ugh. I want to believe that the people in power know to do the right thing. Know that there is a right thing. I want to believe that. But there's also a reason that I'm not getting into that. Nope, not going there. That is way too personal to get on stream. But there is good in this world. Never give up, never surrender. All engines full speed ahead. Anyway. My life, I went to a high school for philosophy. I'm not kidding. Every single class was a philosophical debate. We would each be assigned sides in different classes after we learned about the sides. And then we would debate each other. Role play. Do fun shit like that. Good will always exist. You just need to look for it at times. And my philosophy has always been do what makes you happy, but other people should be allowed to do the exact same. So, killing yourself may make you happy, but other people don't want you to. So that's why you shouldn't. I don't know. You still need to watch Current Login. Yes. Yes, I do. Yeah. I believe the you that believes in me that believes in you. How's it going, Miss Paprika? Wait a minute. I know that name. Why do I know that name? Oh. I don't know why I know that name, but here you go. Welcome, welcome. For those who do not know me, I am Charity Goblin Ruby, the Charity Goblin here on Twitch, and I stream completely for charity. All my bits, subs, and donations go straight to Stream for a Cause, which is a charity organization that donates to grassroots charities all across the world. Those that actually help people, so you know your money's always going to a good place. Take my love, take my land, take me where I cannot stand. I don't care, I'm still free, 'cause you can't take the sky from me. Take me out to the black, tell 'em I ain't coming back. Burn the land and boil the sea, you can't take the sky from me. Sorry, the opening to Firefly is a trigger for me. God, my nostalgia is so strong. I love Firefly! Talk about media. I love Firefly. So much so that when I went to the red carpet of Wreck-It Ralph, we stopped Alan Tudyk to actually tell him how much we love Firefly. No, I'm not kidding. This happened. Me and my mom stopped Alan Tudyk to fucking tell him how much we love Firefly. Did you hear about the new animated effort to revive Firefly? Yeah, I did. And I fucking love them for that. I would love to see it. Listen. I cannot... I cannot speak... I should not speak on greed too much due to the fact that I will acknowledge I think a dollar is worth less than it should be. That is not due to my own ignorance, surprisingly. It's my... It has to do with how I was raised. Oh, what's up, Lume? But yeah, I don't, but I know the dollar is powerful, especially when you got a lot of them, and that's why I give every single penny I make on this goddamn stream to Stream for a Cause. You can go ask them. Not a joke. I support them wholeheartedly because I believe they're doing the right thing. And just because I don't have a good concept of money doesn't mean I don't understand how important it is. Last year we raised something like, I think it was 200,000 somewhere in there. No, that doesn't make sense. No, maybe 100,000. I think it was 100,000. 1,000% I followed you a few years ago. Actually, because I saw you post it one time on Twitter, and it's been a couple of years, and you still do it. And it's so amazing. Dude, I've been a streamer for my entire adult life. I worked at Elite Lounge Live. I worked at Twin Galaxies. I worked for The Completionist and ran his streams. I've been a streamer for most of my life, and this is my first time doing it for myself, and I want to make a fucking name for myself doing it that way. Because I know I have the skills, it's just I don't have the reputation. I need to have the reputation. I need to get a better... I need my reputation to jump. And Stream for a Cause has been helping me with that. And I don't get paid by them. They do not give me a penny. I do it because I choose to do it. I help them because I want to help them. And I know I'll get there. It may take a month. It may fucking take a year. It doesn't matter how long it takes. I'm going to keep doing this. And I'm going to keep chasing my dream of being a voice actor too. You're spreading awareness too? Hell yeah, I am. That's the entire point. I want to spread awareness. I want people to know that they can give money to someone who won't just spend it on frivolous things. I wish the world understood that. Yeah. And being trans, hanging out with all my trans friends on here, like, my buddy Amber is honestly going to probably re-debut soon in June, I think. And by the way, go follow her. It's fucking badass what she's got planned. Here. Is it shout out? Babe. There you go. She's fucking sick. And then go follow them too, because those two have had my back through it all. I'm telling you, they have. Same with Soul. Same with Gob, who is on hiatus currently. Can confirm both are absolutely units of friends. And my DMs are usually open on Discord, so if you actually do need a friend, I am always here to listen and to take care. I want to help people. And no, I'm not saying use me as a vent stick. I'm not someone just to vent to constantly, but if you need help, I can always be a lending ear, and usually I give decent advice because I believe one should put themselves first, but also help others. Although um, maybe I should follow what I preach, but that's a different story altogether. Hey, why are you shouting out? Shout me out. Why am I shouting you out? Leobust, you are a badass friend. That's why. Hey Ruby, it occurs to me, I never saw your model in full. What's with the scar tissue on your torso? Oh, it's actually also on my face, but it's hard to see because it's covered by the hair. But so I gave an ex-boyfriend a hug with while he was wearing cursed fire armor. No, I'm not kidding. Soul was there. Ew. Can confirm, yes. And I'm going to be honest, non-D&D explanation wise, I really thought the design was boring, and thought it'd be cool to add a scar to them. And the way we ended up doing it is her giving her boyfriend a hug with while he was wearing cursed fire armor, and it just scorches her. Good night, Leo. Yeah, fun fact, Ruby wasn't supposed to be a goblin. Ruby was my attempt at making an Asura in D&D. Soul did not pick up on that. He didn't know what an Asura was. I even used a picture of one originally. Anyway. Yeah, and it was a joke for like ever. It was a joke forever. Because Asuras from Guild Wars 2 are flat-chested. Completely. The women have no tatas. But, and so, I told my first artist that, and they're like, well, I'm going to give them little boobies. I don't want them to be completely flat. And they gave them little boobies, and then every artist after that gave me bigger and bigger tits. And I don't know why. It just kept growing, and now I got these. I got these fucking tits. Oh, God. You know what? I'm going to clip that. I'm sorry. That was... Thank you. That was too funny. I await with bated breath. Anywho. My entire life has been nuts because I go from working for one of my internet idols to working at one of the most legendary gaming companies in existence to working for my idol as a kid to working for myself. Booba, booba, booba. Yeah. So, you know, it's always fascinating. Life takes you on unexpected journeys, but mine has basically been a straight road despite all the ups and downs. Maybe a very hilly road. I'm probably going over Mount Everest, but you know. Yeah. Life's nuts. Life is fun. I have a saying. Life is funny sometimes. Because I don't remember why I said it to my wife, but she was accusing me of something, and I just said, life is funny sometimes. And she did not believe it for a fucking second. But it's become a catchphrase of mine. I will just say life is funny sometimes, because even if you don't know how it's being funny, it is. Because you'll look back on that moment and be like, what the fuck? Does your mom understand or encourage you or make you feel better about yourself? My mom is as supportive as she possibly can be. The reason I'm able to do this completely for charity is because of my mom. And not only that, she comes on my streams and helps me reach out to people. I wouldn't have been able to get Weird Al on here without her. Ruby, I had an idea. You know how I used to do interviews as name redacted? Yeah? I mean, you stand as supportive mom? Yeah. At times, she can be tough. I'm going to be perfectly fair. And her not understanding how the world is right now. Yeah, it causes some friction. Moms are supposed to be tough, though. Well, it's more she doesn't understand how dangerous our reality has become. It's more that. One day we will chill and hang out in real life for one day, Ruby, and we will have a crisp high five and or handshake. Probably a hug, too. Damn straight, soul. Oh, is it one of those toughs? Listen, she's no Republican. She just doesn't understand, like, how being born well off during a time when, you know, the economy was good and now you have everything you could ever want leaves you in a delusional state that makes you unable to see the suffering of others because of money issues. I'm sure you'll both meet me one day. Yeah, that's the divide we have. Yeah, it kind of sucks because there was some good being done. But now it's just kind of, you know, turned against us. And now we can hardly live, and the other generations fucking hate us. The other generations hate millennials because guess what? They blame us for not stopping the boomers. That's life. We're going to be hated. We're going to be considered the lazy generation, but the truth is that it's not our fault. People are living paycheck to paycheck, and doctor bills are horrible. Yeah, and the doctors don't even get paid those bills most of the time. I'm not Gen Z. So, you know what? Hold on. Millennials are 1981 to 1996. Gen Z started in 1997. Suck it, soul. You can suck it. Go look it up. You're barely a millennial. I'm barely a millennial. We're both barely millennials, soul. I'm 96. Listen, it don't matter. It doesn't matter. We're all fighting the same battle. But we survive, we get on, and we persevere. Yeah. And we're going to have to do something about how this world treats fucking people from now on. Because the moment people realize how stupid hoarding money is the moment this world becomes livable again. Hoarding money is a dumb idea. We survive, we persevere, we move on. We fight. We fight. And we fight. Listen, I've never been much of a fighter. Well, that's not true. I used to get in fights all the time. I used to argue all the time. I've never been good at it. And it's why I fight from a fucking chair, from behind a goblin sitting in an office. Literally no point. Yeah. There is no point. But people don't realize there's no point. So they just want more. And more and more and more. Until one person has all the cash and then, guess what? Guess who's poor then? Well, that's everyone else. Ain't it? Because it's all always going to get funneled up, not down. Wish money worked like gravity. Trickle-down economics does not work. Fight from where your heart believes, and in the mind of shoe you do not walk yourself. Listen, I can tell people to fight all they want. Nobody's going to listen to me. There is a better future out there for us. There is a better future for this world, but nobody wants to see it. I never thought of that. It's all eventually gonna be one person. Monk ass. Yeah. No. That's the issue. Like, until eventually every corporation is going to buy out each other until we have one super mega corp, and whoever runs that corporation is going to have all of the money. Down. You helped me at my lowest point. I am still here, so thank you for being a good friend, Ruby. Dude, everyone, I am telling you this. If you ever have doubts, for any reason whatsoever, you are fucking loved. You are fucking loved by so many people, and you going missing will make a ton of people feel bad. And I'm telling you this because everyone needs to hear this. When you don't think people will miss you, they will. I knew a guy for 5 months before he ended his own life, and I still message him to this day as if he's going to reply to me. Like, I miss my fallen friends, my fallen sisters, my fallen brothers, my fallen everything. I miss everyone. And I'm not the only one. You will be remembered. So, if you ever need to reach out and you need someone to encourage you, I am right here. I am in Discord. I will jump in call to you and tell you you matter. Because it's true. And I will take that full health check. Stretch. Hydrate. This world has the ability to become a better place. Let's hope we can get it there. It looks like a Freckles battle, but if everyone put the effort in, I'm sure we would win. Ruby has, over time, become one of my closest friends. Her and Amber here have been simply wonderful, and I am grateful I got introduced to them. I may be a shithead when playing fighting games, but you know what? I don't get judged. That is one thing I will never do. Judge someone. Judge someone's actions I cannot explain. So what's your favorite item from the tavern's menu? What was it? Cloaker Cabaret? Was that what we called it, Soul? I think it was Cloaker Cabaret or something like that. It was a cloaker dish we made, and it sounded delicious. Anyway. Since we were talking about him earlier, I think I'm going to raid into my buddy Atsu. Since my voice is kind of giving out. Actually, never mind. We're going into another friend of mine who's doing a just chatting stream. So, I hope that you all had a wonderful time here. Cloaker Chow Mein, that's what it was. And I am sending you over to my good friend Tigaholic. They are a wonderful streamer, and they get so much more hate than they should. They're a little crude, I will admit. A lot less wholesome than I am. But enjoy. You're going to have a wonderful time.